Alright, good afternoon from Seoul, South Korea. This is a very short video and I just wanted to film while it snows here for the first time. And I'm really excited to basically show how Seoul looks like. I've made a video about this last year and it took me about 3 days of shooting to make a video that lasts about 2 to 3 minutes. So over here I'm actually gonna talk about the places that I'm shooting at. So a very first place here is the Shinsegae Mall in Myeongdong. This is the first time I see it being decorated this way. I've been looking at pictures that people snap at different locations around Seoul, and this by far I think is the most famous one. I think all the people that are lined up just to take pictures and videos, and I will show you what it is exactly that they're after. I think over here you can see all the people that are very excited and just standing here taking pictures and videos, including myself. I'm there taking pictures and videos too. As soon as snow started falling, everybody here, it looks to be very excited about it, which is understandable because it only happens very few times a year. I think last time was really good. This time it's the first snow actually. People are taking pictures, kids are super happy, everybody is hyped. In general, people are very happy, most of them. Some of them are just trying to hide, which I don't get the point of, but yeah. And the situation on the road is very bad. Cars are barely moving, which is understandable. But yeah, this is not why we are here. I am just gonna slowly show you what it is that Seoul has prepared for us for this Christmas and holiday season this winter. And there are three things to look at here in this mall. The first one being this fountain that is not a fountain in winter, but it just has lots of Christmas lights. And here in summer it's basically a proper fountain, but now because of its location, it's right on the intersection. You can see it from very far. Lots of locations where you can take great pictures of it. This is the first location I would like to show you, and this is how it looks like. And the very second thing and the main thing that people are looking at is what's actually behind me, and these are a couple of videos that I showed earlier, and again, because of its location on the intersection, it's really beautiful. It's just a facet of, and a wall of the entire mall is covered in green, and then there are screens and there are Christmas lights, and it just has magic, and there are decorations. To me, I don't know, I've been in Korea for over 5 years, over 6 years. This is very rare and I like it a lot. I'm very excited about it. I don't know about in other countries what's going on. I'm judging it because I only have Russia and Korea to compare. It's beautiful. I'll just show it to you once like more and maybe two again and again and again. But it's beautiful, very beautiful. And the final and the third thing that I want to show you is something that's right here behind me. It's a very beautiful alley that's completely covered in Christmas lights and light in general. And this is a little bit of a hidden area, but I think it's not less beautiful than the previous two areas. And very naturally, a photographer and me kind of woke up. I am seeing a very beautiful Mercedes here and a Rolls Royce. I'm just waiting for them to pass by through this alley so I can take a picture or something, because I think it just looks good. If I do manage to do it, I'm gonna put the picture right here, right now. I think this location, once again, it's the Shinsegae Mall by Myeongdong Station. Very beautiful. To the next location we go. My excitement for holidays partially comes because of snow. That's why I'm this hyped right now, 2 weeks before New Year's, just because it is the first snow. And I just got to the second location, which is City Hall, particularly City Hall station. And this is a big, beautiful square with a great architecture. There is a big Christmas tree right in front of it. And this was not planned, but I'm just going through so many flashbacks in my life when it comes to Christmas trees and New Year's and stuff. And actually, a little bit of a story time. One of the very first memories I ever have in my life is from kindergarten, and we actually had an assignment in kindergarten where we needed to create some sort of a toy to put on a Christmas tree. And I was born in a relatively small city with 300,000 people living there, and we had a very big Christmas tree right in the center of the city. And the main thing about that assignment was that if you get to be the best at that assignment, your Christmas toy is gonna go to the main Christmas tree in the city. And I remember sleepless nights of creating a Christmas toy. I think it was made out of shoebox. It was a nutcracker. Essentially, that's what it was. And the thing is, I managed to win, and this memory is still one of my warmest memories ever, because my nutcracker used to be in the center of the city on the main Christmas tree in the city. And I wish I had pictures, I don't, but it was such a warm feeling to walk by the main Christmas tree in the city and be among the people whose Christmas toy was there. And I don't know, it's just a warm memory for me. And yeah, in short, this was the second location, a very beautiful square, one of the central areas here in Seoul, South Korea. If you ever get to be here or need a winter location to visit, this is one of my recommendations. I'm now going to take a subway to the next location. This time I am by COEX, which is, I think, the most famous exhibition center here in Seoul. It's also a beautiful place inside and out, and I'm gonna try to show you as much as I can. And to start with, there is this very beautiful, gigantic screen on the corner of the building, and I think this screen has been in many different advertisements and Instagram posts as well. So yeah, it's one thing that is really beautiful, and it lights up the street very well. And then there is still lots of Christmas lights, there is snow, and architecture around here is really awesome. Alright, so while actually it's very pretty to walk around and do stuff outside, I've seen something I think a little bit even cooler down there. So basically COEX again is an exhibition center, lots of exhibitions and conferences happen here, but COEX is also a mall, and it's one of the coolest ones just because of all the food and stores there are. And one of the very famous things that COEX Mall has is a Starfield library. And Starfield library in winter and in summer looks very different. So while these are the pictures that I have of Starfield library in summer, we are going to visit this now just to compare. And this COEX Mall and the Starfield library in particular is probably the place that I'm most excited about. It's a library, but of course it's a location for people to take pictures. There is a little bit of space to sit down and read books, but I don't think that people come here for that. It just become a very Instagrammable place here in Seoul, and I love that the tones here are very warm. It's brown, it's yellow lighting, the bookshelf and everything. Quite dark actually to be at, but right now in winter everything that's installed here is white, so it's white lights, it's a white Christmas tree. It's a very different Christmas tree from other Christmas trees, so Another thing is that just because here above me it's just a few floors and there is no ceiling like it's here, it gives it a little bit more space, and it's just very pleasant to be at, just because you feel like you are in the middle of Seoul and there is a lot of space and you are inside the building. I think it's very rare. And I think as a little bonus I would recommend to visit Bukchon Hanok Village, one of the rare, more traditional places. And there are barely any people, but the area itself is really cool. There are lots of local places, there are different cafes, modern, traditional ones. And yeah, just the view is something that you probably would want to see if there is a snow. And not having people around here is something that I think this area is missing out on a lot, because I see lots of stores that are closed, and it's only a little bit after 9 actually. I could only imagine how this place would look like if all the Christmas lights were out, if more people were here, if more businesses were to be open here. So I'm not sure if my camera is going to be able to show the feeling, but I think it's just really nice to walk around. Just like in the end of the day, it's really quiet. Could be a little bit romantic if you have somebody to take out on a date or something, but for me it's just a really nice wrap up of the day, just because I've been around very noisy and full of people kind of places, so this is a really good breather and get myself immersed into a little bit of a local culture that still exists around here. And if you actually make a small turn from the main street, you can walk through some of the very narrow alleys around here. They're going like uphill, downhill, and I think people still live here, which is actually nice. And yeah, there is nothing like stores or anything to do, but just to see a little bit of an architecture that is still preserved could be good, could be good. And it's on this beautiful street and on this beautiful note I'm gonna be wrapping up this video. I was just very happy and excited about snow, and I am really grateful that the weather and the time at work allowed me to walk through these places around Seoul, and I'm really thankful for you spending the time to walk around Seoul with me. And I really hope I was able to show a little bit of an environment, a little bit of the holiday spirit that we have here in Seoul, South Korea. And as usual, thank you very much for watching until the end, and see you in the next video.